There you go. There you go.
All right, welcome everyone. Thanks for being here. I'm Gina, Chief of Staff at Trust Machines, where we are interested in growing the Bitcoin economy. We build Bitcoin applications and really want to see it used as a productive asset. And I'm thrilled to be here to introduce folks that are building on Bitcoin. We have Alex Miller, CEO of Hero Systems. We have Chente Hsu, who is CEO of Alex Lab, as well as Yago, who is core contributor at Sovereign. And so these are lightning talks. We're going to get a chance to hear from each of these folks about what they're building, and then maybe some brief Q&A. So to kick it off, maybe I'll hand it over to you, Idan, and if you want to provide the background and the context.
For the last 5 years or more, we've been hearing the same thing over and over again. Just hold. Just hodl, just hold. And it's good advice, which has slowly over time morphed into sort of like religious advice. And with that religious idea that you should just hold, we started to put the emphasis more and more on the just. And Bitcoin, with the ossification of thought that came with just hold, has ossified itself. Now, some of you here in the room I know from a long time ago, and you will remember what Bitcoin was like in 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014. In fact, all the way up until the block size wars, it was so exciting. The sense of adventure, the sense of innovation, the sense of we're going to take it to them and we're going to kick their asses. There was no holding. It wasn't hold. It was go out there and conquer. And that's the energy I'm getting here today, and it's so exciting. I think we're about to enter the most important period for Bitcoin from a technological perspective, at least since 2014, because of the people here on stage, because of the people here sitting here. And we're seeing so much happen right now. Ordinals and BRC20, Taproot assets, BitVM, roll-ups to Bitcoin, sidechain development. It's all happening right now. And we're going to start seeing the fruits of it just in time for the halving, which of course is the way it always happens. So what usually happens with situations like this is, it seems like it happens by mistake. But it's not a mistake. It's not a coincidence. It's not just a random event or a random confluence of things. I am a core contributor to a project called Sovereign. Sovereign is an open source project which decided 2.5 years ago, a bunch of people came together. Our lead developer, Aurora, she wrote a manifesto on Bitcoin Talk, and she said, Bitcoin is going to need to absorb and adopt, just like we always said we would, every good idea and meaningful technology out there. We need to be faster, cheaper. We need to have Bitcoin-backed stablecoins. We need to have DeFi. We need to have NFTs. We need to have developers, and we need to have ways for people to develop. And she said that this was going to happen because we were going to make it happen. And she inspired me and a whole bunch of other people to join her on this mission. And the last line of her manifesto was she invited every single Bitcoiner out there to either join her or compete with her. And what we've done, those who've joined Sovereign and those who are competing with Sovereign and collaborating with Sovereign, we've manifested a reality. We've turned Bitcoin into inevitable, and we've turned Bitcoin's revolution into inevitable. Today, Sovereign is a project to which over 100 developers have contributed. We've built out a suite of DeFi assets, meaning that nobody needs to hold dollars anymore because you can hold Bitcoin-backed stablecoins without any middleman. Nobody needs to go to Sam Bankman-Fried because there's decentralized exchanges that you can use with Bitcoin. Nobody needs to go to Celsius because you can borrow and lend without any middlemen on Bitcoin. And frankly, we don't even need the US government anymore because we've got decentralized governance and we're building an entirely alternative world built on Bitcoin. Now, where does it go from here? Right now, what we have is suboptimal. Actually, we were just in the room talking about this clicker and how genius it is. Because look at it. It's got just 2 buttons, backwards and forwards. Right now, on Sovereign and all of the different projects that we're working on, the UI, UX sucks. We should have 2 buttons. Buy, sell. That's it. When we know we've gotten to that level of simplicity, we're doing the right thing. To do that, right, the UX requires the right infrastructure. We're building that infrastructure now. I am extremely excited. I'm more excited about Bitcoin than I've been since at least 2014, because what I see now is roll-ups are coming out. We've been working in Sovereign on roll-ups for 2.5 years. The technology is finally coming together to make it possible to build anything on Bitcoin, having any execution system, have them all interoperable, have Bitcoin be trustlessly transferable between the different systems. And basically, all of the cool shit that we've built is about to become obsolete, which is the most exciting situation in the world. Right? We're going to get to do everything that we've done bigger and better. So, I wanted to just communicate that excitement to you. I want to assure you that there's plenty of stuff to do with Sovereign. There's plenty of ways to compete with Sovereign. And that now there is no better place in the world to be building than Bitcoin. Thank you.
Thanks, Don. Excellent. Well, there was one perspective of building out Bitcoin DeFi. Thank you so much. Over to you, Tiantai.
I don't know what to say after Yago. If you look at this energy, but what I can say is that, by the way, I'm co-founder of Alex. My name is Qiande Xu. Alex stands for not Alex Miller, but Automated Liquidity Exchange. We are a very special group of people who used to work at TradFi. I was a managing director at Morgan Stanley and Credit Suisse, built multi-billion quant business there. But 3 of us decided that we can build a better Goldman Sachs or Morgan Stanley, but more decentralized, non-custodial, and on-chain, and in order to achieve financial inclusion. I understand these are the things that you have been heard through and through today, but we hold it to truth. So what we have done is that we were one of the first projects that built on Stacks. We started building about 2 years ago. We built a bunch of, I would say, features, DeFi features, such as AMM, Launchpad, bridges, et cetera, to the point that we are so far now, we become almost like a finance layer on Bitcoin. And just like Yago said, it's horrendous at the moment. I mean, nobody in the world with the right mind will want to move the L1 asset to L2 and do all the fancy things. Think about this. You have BRC20. You want to use it on the order book on AMM. What you need to do at the moment is that you need to get a transfer inscription ID. Then you need to submit this transfer inscription ID to the packing account, like Alex or Sovereign. Then you need to send a confirmation on Stacks, right, to make it an on-chain transaction. You have to wait, Alex, wait for the confirmation.
I'm working on it.
And then you get that confirmation on-chain, then you can send it to the Stacks address, and you can use it to do whatever fancy stuff you do. Honestly, I am embarrassed that that's what we have to do, and that's what we are here for. We have grown, evolved into a finance layer on Bitcoin. Our single contribution is really abstract the complication away between L1 and L2. So end of October, early November, with one click, literally one click, you can move your L1 asset on Bitcoin to L2, such as Stacks, and using our, I call it Bitcoin decentralized oracle, to do all the confirmation in the backend. That's all you need to do. And this is not easy, and that's who we are right now. We are a finance layer on Bitcoin. We're going to share with you all the composable blocks of code and smart contract with the builders. If you want to build DeFi through our API, you can repo our GitHub. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. And that's how we start building a very, very viable, very exciting ecosystem. Come to build perp, derivatives, come to build a launchpad on Bitcoin, and come to build on Alex. So that's where we are right now. And last but not least, Bitcoin builders like us are almost like choosing a road that is less traveled, right? It creates a very exciting opportunity, but it also presents very unique challenges. What are the challenges? Technical challenges. You have to deal with a Bitcoin script, which is very restrictive. You have to deal with ritual stacks. I'm sorry, Alex, I always point to you. I don't know who to point to. Stacks. And then you have to deal with clarity language, which the community is still very small. And this implies a financial challenges. Just give you an example, for our smart contract to be audited, there are maybe 2 or 3 firms that can audit smart contract on Clarity. It's more expensive. How do you bootstrap your liquidity? If you are a DeFi builder, you are interested in Bitcoin DeFi, come to build on Alex. That's what we are here for. We help you technically, we help you financially. Rachel and I just set up Bitcoin Lab that we can invest in you, and we're going to announce our first investment very soon. And we come to help you to bootstrap liquidity, and we have a very, very vibrant community that are dying to have more Bitcoin DeFi. So that's who we are. I didn't even use my slides. Thank you.
Thank you, Chente. And Alex, I'm curious about, Hero is building a lot of the tools that the team at Alex might be using and more. And so I would love to hear a little bit more about what's the latest and greatest, what's on the roadmap.
Absolutely. All right, so quick show of hands. Who here has built an application in crypto themselves? Okay, I hope so. If your guys' hands didn't go up, we'd be in trouble. Who enjoyed the experience of trying to build an application in crypto? Okay, bull, no, I'm sorry. Any of the hands that went up, that was locked. Nobody likes it. It's very difficult right now. And as we just heard Chente, tell me several times. Hero is all about fixing that for Bitcoin, right? We are a dev tools company for building on Bitcoin layers. Our goal is to just give you the best possible developer experience, whether that's contributing to the actual layer work itself on stacks, on ordinals and things, or actually building the most robust APIs that you have, an entire all-in-one platform for building and deploying smart contracts. If you go to hero.so, you'll see the entire suite of products that we offer, and it's all about improving the lives of the developer. Obviously, one thing that we're very focused on and excited right now is the Nakamoto release for Stacks. I think there's this fundamental idea that we have, and I'm guessing that most people in this room or watching this live stream share, which is that the whole point of crypto is to build something that's going to be around for a long, long, long time, that's accessible to anyone, anywhere in the world. Well, if you're going to do that, it kind of makes sense to do it on top of the oldest, the most trusted thing, the thing you can actually trust is going to be around in a long time. I somehow doubt that the 897th ranked chain on CoinMarketCap is really going to exist in a few years. And that's why we're all about Bitcoin, right? It is the thing that truly decentralized trust that has gained the acceptance and the adoption. And fundamentally, everything that has been built everywhere else in crypto is ultimately coming back and getting built on top of Bitcoin. I think in particular, starting with DeFi. It's really the obvious application for something like that. And I think in particular, bringing down block times to something much more rapid. I assume everyone also in this room is carrying a cell phone on them right now. As we move more and more to mobile, 10-minute blocks don't work for people. They barely work on desktop, and they absolutely don't work for people on mobile, right? How long are you willing to stay on a screen on your phone after hitting a button? 5, 10, maybe 15 seconds? No, probably back down around 10. Focusing on how we improve the experience on both sides for both individual users and developers so that we can actually create the full network effects around applications and create something where I can instantly collaborate with someone who is 5,000, 10,000 miles away in a way that works for anyone, whether it's me, my mom, my niece, whoever it is. That's the key to unlocking things for the next future. And so that's where we are with Hero. How do we make it easier for developers through APIs, through frameworks, through IDEs to make it possible to build that next generation of the internet and technology for everyone?
Great. Well, we only have a couple minutes left. I was curious about, how can folks both find you, but also participate in the roadmaps in the future, and just the ecosystem that you're growing for your project.
Sure. I think there's one really key, interesting opportunity because I've met a lot of people in the room today who are interested in ordinals, which are, non-fungible assets. With Sovrin, we've built in an EVM-compatible environment, that's Rootstock. One of the reasons we've chosen to build on Rootstock is the EVM compatibility because we know, and we're bringing EVM directly to be secured by Bitcoin. So right now it's on a sidechain, but within the coming year, we're going to have roll-ups which are going to change the game for what you can do. We've also built out the largest DeFi platform in the Bitcoin ecosystem with over $2 billion traded, some $600 million borrowed and lent, and an SDK which is easy to plug into. But what don't we have? We don't have ordinals. And the 50,000 users who use Sovrin are interested in having ordinals. If you are interested in using ordinals as collateral, in fractionalizing them, in providing them with additional expressivity, it's really easy to connect with Sovrin. You can just steal a lot of the code from EVM projects, which is what we recommend doing because it's audited, it's been out there. You don't have to build from scratch, and you can focus on product and UI. And so there's an audience waiting for you, there's capital waiting for you, and there's an entire ecosystem of DeFi apps waiting for you. And I think that's a really exciting opportunity for anyone who's in the DeFi space. I know you guys have been involved in it as well. Maybe you want to talk about it?
Yeah, Jago was talking he's going to invest in our Bitcoin lab.
That's right.
What's exciting? We can stay here a whole day and become, almost like an echo chamber, congratulate each other, and not look in the outside world. Money comes to crypto for yield, right? If you look at the current market environment, with inflation so high, most likely Fed will hike another once, and then rate is going to stay long and high. So DeFi yield is not that exciting anymore. So I was talking to Kyle yesterday at dinner. The new monies are not coming in. The question is that how can you make the existing crypto capitals that come to your ecosystem? And really the question then is, how do you build a bridge from everywhere else to Bitcoin, but also from Bitcoin to everywhere else? So that's what one of our ecosystem team is building. And number two, how can you make those USDC, USDT yielding, right? Because you put in the money market, you get 4 to 6%. And I'm very pleased to announce that we have a team, TradFi background, that is going to offer USDT and USDC 4 to 6% all night long type of yield. So yes, you can have Maple or Goldfish type of RWA, on Bitcoin via Stacks. So there are many exciting things that the Alex ecosystem is building. You can find us on our very nice new website, alexgo.io. And I'm looking forward for you to all come to use our ecosystem. It's out there. It's very competitive. Thank you.
As I mentioned, you can check out hero.so for a list of all of our tools. We're on Twitter, our team's obviously in the Stacks Discord, providing support through there. So like I said, whatever it is that you want to do, that you want to try and build, our tools and our team can help you do it. So get in touch with us, talk to us. If you're participating in the hackathon that's going on with this weekend, we look forward to seeing you there. Say hi to our developer advocates who are going to be on site there. And we'll actually be announcing a couple things there that'll be ongoing after that as well. So even if you're not participating in that now, there will be a lot of opportunities to work with our team afterwards.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Yeah, go.
Good job.